Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I recently had someone ask if I would do an updated nail video. It's been a few years since I did my first video showing how I do, hello Miss Flaya, how I do a gel, like builder gel overlay on my natural nails to keep them strong and basically grow them and prevent them from breaking. A few years later, when I moved to Perth, I cut all of my nails off because I knew I wouldn't be able to maintain them during like the months of moving, and I was using gel tips. So they're the two nail videos that I've done. I use a hybrid of both those methods now. Mostly I just do a gel overlay. So I'm going to update and show you how I do that because I use a few different tools now, or mostly just one different tool. But I also have a broken nail. So I will be doing a soft gel tip on that because I'm attending a wedding in a couple of weeks. And I am in the bridal party. Otherwise I wouldn't bother. I would just put a gel overlay on it and let it grow out. You can see my mess here. This is my setup. So I have my curing lamp. I have an e-file. I have a little Chiarosky curing lamp. I've got the gel tips. I will only use one of these. I just pulled all of them out. And I've got like my gel products in there along with my e-file bits, and this is a tub of like general stuff that I need to do my nails. I also have my laptop for entertainment because this is going to take hours. First things first, I've got to prep my e-file. This is an e-file that I use. I picked it up off Amazon. It wasn't expensive. It works pretty well. I think the thing that's important about these, if you've never used one before, there's a learning curve to it. You have to know what speed to be using for different bits and different jobs that you're doing. Once you know that, it makes it so much more effective. I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to give any advice on the speeds and the bits that I use. I would recommend that you do what I did and you go and watch people who have experience in doing professional nails and get advice from them. My bits, this little case, I think I got it from, I don't know, maybe AliExpress. I might have even got it from Shein, I can't remember, but I wasn't going to spend a lot of money on this because just no. Oh my god, it's a bin day. Okay, crisis averted. I did not miss the important bin man, which is like I only missed the recycling bin man. That's okay. E-file bits, again, I think I got these. I think I bought some of these off Shein. And to be honest, they're good. I think the problem again falls in not really having the education on what to use for what jobs. So I kind of bought a bunch of stuff just being like, I guess I'm going to buy a bunch and then learn as I go, which I did do, and that was fine. But again, you can probably reduce the amount that you buy simply by like learning before you start. Drill bit is prepped and ready to go. I am going to do a tiny bit of manual filing before I take off any of this gel overlay because I have some like wear and tear on some of the tips. I'm not gonna really make these any shorter or anything. I'm okay with the length. I made them really short last time that I did them, so they've grown out a little bit. These ones, I'm just gonna tidy up where they're kind of growing out a little bit. I've got some like nicks in them from wear and tear, all that jazz. I find this is easier to do while I still have the gel overlay on because my nails are quite thin. Next, I take off the bulk with the e-file. And if I've had really good retention and everything is pretty much intact, then all I'm really aiming to do is prep the nail to do an infill. And I only remove the gel completely if there is lifting that I know I can't fix. I just take a like emery board, and I just manually go over the nail to smooth out like any bumps because I'm not like super good with the e-file. Sometimes there's like little divots or bumps or whatever. So I'm just going to go over and smooth it out so that when I put the gel over the top, I'm not trying to battle any like lumps and bumps and stuff like that. The builder gels are typically self-leveling, which is really good. So, you know, if there's a little bump or whatever, it's fine. You don't really notice it in the finished product. But I like to do this because I feel like it makes my job easier when I am putting on the new gel. Okay, I've got to do some cuticle prep now. The nails are pretty much done. Once I've got the cuticles done, I will start applying the gel. I'm going to pop in a safety bit, cuticle safety bit, and I'm going to use that around my cuticles. Once all of the prep work is done, which took forever, I'm going to take a lint-free wipe. I am going to spray some isopropyl alcohol on it. No, it's not Urban Decay All Nighter. I just use the bottle because it's little and, you know, it just makes life easier. I'm going to go over all of these nails and I'm going to clean them really well to get any bits of just anything off, basically nail dust. For application prep, I'm using some of the Apres system. I'm using step 1, which is the pH bonder. It's a dehydrator for the nail. And step 2 is the primer before the gel. From what I understand, you really only need to apply this to the natural nail. I just put it all over because it's easier. Step 2 is the bonder, and I use very, very small amounts of this. Apparently, less is more. So that's kind of the ethos that I have followed with it, and it hasn't failed me. And now it's time for the builder gel. So I'm using the IBD building gel. This is in Cover Pink. It is almost done. I think this will be the last application that I use for it. It's very hard to get product out of the bottle. I know there's a lot of product still in there, but I don't have anything to dispense it into, so I'm thinking I might just like call it quits. So I'm just going to apply a really thin layer over the nail, and I'm going to cure it for 10 seconds. Next layer, I'm going to go another really thin layer. I'm then going to grab a little bit of extra product, like a little bead, and I'm going to place it in the middle, and I'm going to build it up. And that is just to give myself some structure on the like midsection of my nail. Also, what I do is I turn my nail or my finger upside down and I let it self-settle, and this will help to create an apex, which is what we want for like supporting the strength and the structure of the nail. This is what I love about builder gels. Like, they're self-leveling, they're really strong, and they give me the ability to actually grow my natural nails, which I love. So once I am happy with how that's looking, I just sort of look to the side to see, you know, just check out where it's sitting and all that jazz, make sure I'm happy with it. If I've got the right amount of product on there, it just does it all itself. Sometimes I don't put on enough, sometimes I put on too much. I will just go back and add or take away if I need to, and then I'm going to pop it back in the lamp for 10 seconds just to set that apex. Once that's done, I just check the amount of product that is applied over the majority of the nail. Because I remove a lot of the bulk, I still have to make sure that I've got, you know, enough product on the side walls and stuff and down near the cuticle to make it like structurally sound, and so that it will, you know, get through the next 6 weeks, potentially longer. This one, I do feel like I would like another layer, so I am going to take a bit more product and I will pop that on. And I'm going to cure that one for 30 seconds. Typically what I would do is do the slip layer on all of my nails and set them for 10 seconds. Then I would do the apex building or the structure building on each individual nail and set them. And then once that's all finished, I would go back over and do another thin layer on the ones that really need them, and the final curing would just be all of the nails in the lamp for 30 seconds. But since I'm just gonna work on this nail to show you how I do it, that's pretty much my process. If I wanted to paint my nails a color, I would do that here, but since I've been requested to have nude nails, I'm just going to put a clear top coat on this, and that is the nail done. I really like this cover pink color, simply because if I am too lazy to like put a color on, or if I can't decide, like this is just sort of one and done, which I really like, especially if I'm trying to get this done as quickly as I can. And you know, by the time I've done 2 hands, I'm just like, I'm so over this. I don't want to paint my nails. I don't have to. The color is just fine as it is. This top coat I cure for 30 seconds as well. And once I pull my nail out of this, it's done, 100% done. It's a no wipe top coat. That's the way I like it. That's a finished nail. I'm gonna do the rest of them and I will come back to show you how I fix my thumb. All the nails are done. I now have to fix this guy who I broke this ages ago, and I have been trying to grow it back out, but the gel overlay came off and then it got more damaged, and it's whatever. So I am going to use an extension, a soft gel extension. I have a whole bunch. These ones, Nail Pop. I've got Apres Gel X. These are way too big for me. These are the long coffin. I never use them. I have plans to take them to Melbourne and give them to a friend. I have some soft gel tips in a short almond. Short almond is my preferred shape. These ones are I think they're meant to be a medium stiletto. I'm gonna get rid of those as well. And then I have these ones from Saviland. They are a medium almond. These aren't too bad. They're a little bit long. I just prefer a short version. Because they're not actually that short. I'm gonna use these ones. I'm pretty sure I got these ones off AliExpress when I was like trying to, you know, explore different brands and see what was available. So I've numbered the shapes and sizes, or the sizes that I use. For my thumb, I would use a number 1, which I think is this guy here. It is. So you can see that's a short, hang on, I'll get this out of the way. You're not going to be able to see this very well because of the background. That is a short almond. It is pretty close to the size of my natural nail. So that's what I'm going to go with. First things first, I need to shape the base to the base of my nail. So these ones have a bit of a curve to them. My thumbnails are quite flat at the base, so I am going to just flatten them off a little bit. If you've never worked with these before, they are, like, when they say it's a soft gel, they're not joking around. Like, they are very soft until they're cured. So I do a little bit at a time and I just keep checking. Next is nail prep. So I am going to take off the excess length of this one, which is not much. There's really nothing there. Just using like an emery block just to like gently create some texture on the surface of the nail. I'm not trying to like actually file it. I just want some texture, so there's something there for it to adhere to. Again, I am just cleaning the nail with isopropyl alcohol, and then we are ready to apply the nail. So again, I'm going to use step 1 and 2. First on the nail. This is where using my non-dominant hand to do stuff gets really like, it's not really difficult, it's just time consuming. And then for the nail, I'm going to take step 1 and I'm just going to apply it to the inside of the nail where it will be like adhering to my actual nail. And like some people, so you can buy these tips. These ones specifically do have a roughed up end. For me, it's not long enough. It's like really, really short. Some people use their e-file to do it. Some people use a manual file. I just use one of the prep products, like the Bonder product, and it just creates a bit of texture which helps the nail to adhere. Then I'm taking the Apres Extend Gel. I am going to apply a very thin layer of this to the natural nail. It's a really awkward angle to be doing this at. I'm going to cure that for 10 seconds. Taking the Extend Gel again, and now I am putting it on the inside of the gel extension. Not too much, not too little. It's got to be just right, otherwise you face problems. I haven't used one of these in ages, so I am not confident, but we'll see how we go. Just pop it on, position, and then set it down in place. Don't be an idiot like me and not set up your little curing lamp. Let me try and fix that. Oh. I can already see it's not perfect, but it will get me through for, I don't know. I need it to last like 2 weeks. Like I said, in any normal day-to-day situation, I wouldn't care if I had a short nail. It does not bother me. I don't care what other people think of that. It's like not an issue, but I am just doing it because I'm going to be in a wedding party. All right, next I am going to cure this properly in a lamp for 30 seconds. The extension is on. I'm pretty happy with that, but there is some cleanup that needs to be done. So on the tip, like right here, it's a little bit scratchy because of the way that they're made. Like it's a little, I don't know, attachment to whatever. I don't know. I don't make gel nails, but if you've ever played with these, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I just tidy that up, and then I am going to use my e-file to help blend the edges of the gel tip. I will mention that one of the reasons why I stopped preferring the gel tips over just growing out my natural nails is this exact like part of the process of using these gel extensions. I think if you're a professional in a salon, this is going to be so much easier doing it to someone else, but when you're trying to do it to yourself at like weird angles with your non-dominant hand, like I just feel like it's so time consuming and quite risky. You can really hurt yourself with these. You have to be really careful, and oftentimes being careful means going slow and having good control, and I really don't feel like there is good control using my non-dominant hand with one of these. So I've just taken off the like bulk of a problem area just to make it a tiny bit easier, and now I'm going to use my hand file, just manually soften those edges up. I am also going to like take the shine off the whole surface of the nail because I'm going to go over it with my builder gel so that it matches the colors of my other nails. I'm actually really happy with how much of the gel I applied. I've done it almost perfectly. There's a tiny bit of excess underneath, but I wouldn't even bother trying to remove that. I usually remove it with the e-file if there is too much, if I flooded it, but I haven't done that this time. Before I go in with the builder gel, I am just going to use step 1, which is the dehydrator. Honestly, I don't feel like you have to do this. I just do it, I don't know, mostly because it's habit. I tried lots of different things for getting retention of these nails over the time that I was using them. And that was just one of the things I started doing when I was putting something over the top of them, and I liked the results. Oh man, there is like nothing left in here. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for my other nail. So I'm going to put on a thin layer, I'm going to cure it, and then I'm going to put on another thin layer and build a little bit of an apex, because these nails are really flat, and I'm only doing that because I want them to, or I want this one to look as similar as it can to my other nails. It's more for visual effect rather than actually building structure in the nail, because once these are on, they're quite strong. Last step is a top coat, same as the other nails, nothing exciting here. So we're going to skip to the finished product. We are done. That's it. That is my whole process. The replace nail and my natural nail, they look pretty similar. I do not have enough of this builder gel to like make it any more opaque. It is done skis. I am glad that I managed to get one more application out of it, because it means I don't have to paint my nails. The sizes are pretty similar. My natural nail is a little bit longer, but that is fine. Nobody is going to be getting close enough to me to notice that. So they're done. That is my process. Feel free to let me know if you've got tips, tricks, whatever. If I see anything interesting, I might take it on board and use it next time I do my nails. I'm also looking to get some more builder gels, but I want to try some, I think, Korean or Japanese ones. So if you've tried any that you really love and you're like, oh my God, you must try this brand, please let me know, because I'm all ears. I still do have a few to get through, but that will happen soon enough, and I will buy some newbies. All right, that's it. Thank you to all my channel members. Love you guys so much. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.